Yeah, I put the first one down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's
And
doing
then
it again.
Is it?
It was. Maybe it stopped. I just heard myself echo. Okay.
It's weird. So for 6, it would be 0.031 because you just do the first one minus the second one, right?
Do we?
P1 minus P2. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Just this like 0.74
Well, is
minus the.
Is it that, or is it the p hat 1 plus the p hat 2? Because I thought the p hat was our point estimate.
Not sure.
Let me look.
P is a population proportion. P hat is a sample proportion.
Because p hat, I remember in the chapter it was saying something about p hat. We can't be sure that it's accurate, not accurate, but it's always going to be an estimated number.
Yeah, hold on, guys. I got to take my dog out. Darn it.
I think it would it just be 0? Because if our null hypothesis is P1 equals P2, then we're just assume that it's 0.
Yeah, that was the very beginning of the thing because yeah, I cannot remember where it was. It was the very, very beginning of the lesson because I was confused because it said something about because we're doing equal or not equal to, and one of them we're assuming that it's equal, that P1 and P2 are equal, so that we substitute in 0 for that. Do you remember that equation at the very beginning?
Yeah.
It confused me because I was like, I must have skimmed through a lot of that part of the lesson, and I'm like, wait a minute, where the heck did they get 0?
Yeah.
So the point estimate for the 95%. So are we putting 0 for number 6?
I thought it was the P1 minus P2, but like the P hat, the P hat minus the P hat 2, but I don't know. That's what I thought I remembered from the reading.
Proportion.
Do you want to try to keep that one? Maybe we can come back to it and see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll try different.
Put 0 in mine, and then we'll figure it out.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. And then what's the margin of error?
And that's just right in the Excel program then, isn't it? The margin of error. This is everything to the right of the plus or minus is the margin of error. Confidence interval.
So did we do 0 for 6 then, or?
We're going to try out 2 different things and see.
Oh, confidence. Okay, so hold on.
Would we do the upper minus the lower divided by 2 maybe for the confidence interval, like on the other? I mean, for the margin of error.
Well, I'm looking at the formula. It's P hat 1 minus P hat 2, and then it's, so I think that's right what Erica was saying, that it's plus or minus the confidence interval, our critical value, divided or times the square root of P hat 1 times 1 minus P hat 1 over N1 plus P hat 2 times 1 minus P hat 2 over N2.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I don't know. I'm going to mess this up if I'm not careful. So in the what is our confidence interval for 95? It's 1.96. And then parentheses, the square root of, what is P1? P1 is 52. Times 1 minus 52 plus, oh, shoot. Do we put the 1 minus 52 in parentheses and then divided by, oh, I might be totally screwing this up. How are you guys entering it in? Divided by 70?
I haven't entered anything in that for that formula because I think, are we doing number 6 or number 7?
I think we're doing number 7.
Okay, but how does that formula give us the margin of error?
Well, it says, if you
Yeah,
look
'cause I thought
where,
that-
so the confident interval, so we have that, I'm thinking that's how it is, because the confidence interval formula is the p hat 1 minus p hat 2 plus or minus the critical value times the square root of the p hat 1
Right.
times all that. And then, but at the bottom it says, okay, so it says where p hat 1 is the first sample, p hat 2 is the second sample, the critical value, the n. And it says at the very bottom of what I wrote down from the videos and stuff, it says everything to the right of the plus or minus is the margin of error. So everything, so the whole section to the right of the plus or minus, so the p hat 1 and the p minus p hat 2, and then the plus or minus. So that whole confidence interval times the square root of all of that, when we get all that done, that's supposed to be our margin of error. That's what I'm understanding.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't remember reading that, but yeah, if it's in the book.
Well, it's actually, as we're going over, it's in the first video.
Okay.
It's in the very end of the first video.
No,
I mean,
the
if I'm
original-
wrong, then I'm wrong, but the original
originally
what?
it was the original way we were doing it, right, was the upper, what was it, the upper minus the lower divided by 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if that
So-
will work or not, or if it'll be something different
We
though.
can try it.
Yeah.
So
I got 0.154 if we did it the upper minus the lower, but I don't know if we need to do something.
0.185 minus negative
Minus the negative.
0.123. And you got what?
0.154.
Okay, I have to do it in a different, because my dang it. If we're taking, I'm sorry guys, because I'm lost, because if we're taking the upper limit, which is a positive, minus the lower limit, which is a negative, and we're subtracting, then it would turn that into a positive.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically adding 0.123 and 0.185 to get 0.308.
Yeah, that's what I
And
have, and then
that's it.
divide that by 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And divide that by 2. Okay.
Then you get-
0.154. Okay.
Then you get 0.154, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Told you where my brain is at. And the lower bound is a negative 0.123, right?
Yeah.
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 And then the upper bound is a 0.185.
Yes.
I went
That
off
would
of
be
memory.
filter reject, the null hypothesis.
Filter reject, and also the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, the first one for number 10?
Yeah. right?
Yeah.
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 And it would be what on 11?
I'm reading it now.
She fell
I just have to
So-
look back in my
insufficient.
notes to remember how to word it.
If we fail to reject, then there is sufficient evidence that the null is true, is how I think it is.
No, reject. I just found it. Reject. If the
Insufficient.
p-value is less than the level of significance, there's sufficient evidence to say that the alternative hypothesis. If you fail to reject, the p-value is greater than the level of significance. So there's insufficient evidence to say that the alternative hypothesis.
So it would be the last one.
There
Yeah.
is insufficient.
There's insufficient evidence to suggest that the true population of females can taste is PTC is different from that one.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Okay. My dog. Panda, come here. James. Sorry, guys. Buddy, come take care of your boots. Put your cowboy boots away. The dog's chewing on them. Hurry. My dog likes shoes, socks, cowboy boots especially. I know. I had this one in there already, I think.
So I think it would be true.
Did you put the numbers in?
I'm starting to.
Okay.
So it's 1470. Oh, no, the numbers are different.
I hate when it doesn't let you just like take them though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially when you're doing it one-handed.
Oh, I didn't even notice. So
Okay, so X1. Weekday. So X1 is 16,713.
Yeah.
Out of 118,519.
Yeah.
And the next two would be 6155.
This one at least tells you which one's X and which one's N.
42.
yeah.
I haven't even looked at that. I got to a certain spot and the conditions for conducting the hypothesis test are satisfied, and we decided that one was going to be true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then greater than. So we want the first one then, right? Because hold on, where's the second one?
I actually think it'd be the last. Let me see.
Yeah, because the P1 is the weekdays and the P2 is the weekends, and there's greater amounts that die on the weekends.
Yeah.
So it'd be the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shoot. P hat 1 is 0.141.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then 0.145.
Yes.
And the Z score is negative 2.020.
Yeah, that's what I got too. And then it'd be to the left.
Okay. And then the p-value is 0.022.
Yeah. And then that'd be like to reject the null hypothesis.
Yeah.
And,
So if we reject the null, then there's sufficient evidence.
Right.
And then,
That's the third one.
yeah, that's what I was, okay. Now I need to go back up to number 6.
okay, and I can try submitting it too.
Okay.
As submitting it at 0 for number 6.
So
What was the other option we came up with?
we got 100%, but for 6, I put the other answer. I put what I like the p hat 1 minus p hat 2, and I
Which
got
would be 0, right?
0.031.
You broke up 0.031.
Yeah. And I just took the answer from 3 minus the answer from 4, I mean.
So you did
0.743 minus
Minus
0.71.
0.712.
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, so
P
let's
hat
go over.
minus P1 is that's how you create the confidence interval for P1 minus P2.
That's, I don't know, that's what I thought. And it works, so I think so.
Right. I'm just trying to write it down.
Yeah.
other ones.
Oh, okay. I was like,
So the point,
how it is.
so the point estimate was P1 or P hat 1 minus P hat 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm writing this down too, and I'm just going to put
Yeah.
a star by it. To find point estimate. I keep wanting to write an A instead of a little hat. Maybe I
Yeah, I
mess
keep
up on
doing
my
the same
P's,
thing.
or maybe I mess up on my P's or my hat. One of the two. Okay.
So if we put on number 6, if we put 0.031, that's the correct answer,
Yes.
and everything else is right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got 100%.
Okay.
Make sure I didn't transpose
You're
anything.
leaving. It's so annoying.
I'm famous for that one.
Put them all in again.
Oh, it's horrible. I have to open up too, and I can't tell you how many times that I have like all the results from the one open in one window, and then I open up the second window, and I do something that swipes it,
Yeah.
and then I have to guess. Yeah, I'm like, okay, James Talon, the dog is chewing on your boot. Bandit, no.
What did
James.
we